Donald Trump did go to the Capitol yesterday, even though he ended up saying, I'm not going to sign the housing bill. He did go to the Capitol and he met with Republicans, and a number of very strange things took place. One is that Donald Trump is now struggling to breathe. So this is not the political part of it, but here is Trump approaching reporters, and he is having difficulty breathing now. I have an idea as to what this is all about.
Iran is making very big concessions. We'll see what happens, but it's been very, very, very powerful.
Iran is making big concessions, and we'll see what happens. It's very powerful. He's having difficulty breathing and speaking. This is not like a big mysterious symptom. I think Trump's heart cardiovascular health is so poor that simply walking around and walking into the Capitol winded him to the point where he was struggling to breathe and speak. Okay, we then have a very interesting moment where Donald Trump is walking. He was there to speak to Senate Republicans. He's walking with Senate Majority Leader John Thune. By the way, yesterday I glitched. I had a glitch, nasty glitch. I referred to Mitch McConnell as Senate Majority Leader. He's the former Senate Majority Leader. John Thune is now the Senate Majority Leader. Thune clearly does not want to stop to talk to reporters. Reporters want to talk to Trump and Thune. Trump can't get away from speaking to reporters. If there's a camera and a mic, Trump wants to be in front of it. So he puts a hand on Thune, and then he stops to say, we're winning the war by a lot.
The war is going very well. As you know, we're winning by a lot. Iran is making very big concessions. We'll see what happens, but it's been very, very, very powerful. It's going very, very well.
So there is Trump, as you see in that moment, struggling to speak and breathe, but he wants the camera. He wants to get his message in front of these reporters. And Trump has an interesting trait, which is he believes that he is the most convincing, intelligent, charismatic person in the room, and that he can convince people of anything. This is why Donald Trump wanted to testify in his criminal trial, because he believes, I'm so convincing, I'm so smart, that I can outsmart the lawyers. I can get the best of them, and I can come away looking really good. Fortunately for Trump, his lawyers in his criminal trial did convince him not to testify. But Trump believes he can convince people of anything. And in this case, we know, I mean, listen, we just talked about a poll yesterday. Only 25% of Americans believe that we won the war with Iran. So when Trump goes, we're winning by a lot, maybe nice election language, but this is a military conflict. And it's the classic hyperbole of Trump, where you take this really complicated issue and you make it a scoreboard. Who's got the higher score? And of course, Trump always has the higher score. That's the way it always works. Trump knows that he is losing. He knows he's lost leverage with Iran. He can't accept it. So he lashes out and he makes these grandiose, delusional claims about how much we're winning by. Before I forget, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. The algorithms have been brutal to independent media lately. Subscribing makes sure you won't miss a thing. You'll also help us reach our goal of 4 million subscribers. We are so close. Back to where I was. Trump, after the meeting with Republicans, says the meeting was great, although there were some people in the room that he doesn't really like.
I think we had a really great meeting, and we're very proud of the party here. We like everybody really in the room. I don't like a few people, but that's okay. I think you know who they are. But I'll give you that information someday.
Someday.
But for the most part, we have a really well unified party, and I said it very strongly. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the most powerful. We're the smartest. We're the most respected.
And we're the most good looking as well.
Years ago, we were a laughing stock all over the world. We had a terrible group of people representing us. Every leader, I just left G7, every leader, and we had a lot of people in addition to G7, as you know, came. Everyone said, what we've done in a year.
He's off the rails now into other topics. But again, there's people in there he doesn't like. Someday I'll tell you who they are. He's teasing secret information that never arrives. Wait until I show you the 2020 election evidence. Sir, it's been 6 years and it never arrives. We're 2 weeks away from signing a new health care bill into law. That was July of 2020. We still haven't seen that bill. This is a rhetorical device that Trump relies on, and I would argue not with very much success. And if you've got unnamed enemies, that's always great for the authoritarian. You can keep your supporters engaged. There are enemies I know about, but there are also enemies I don't know about. And the mystery is sort of the point here. And then finally, Donald Trump saying Iran is doing everything we want them to do. And of course, this is very much untrue. Very much untrue.
And that's during a war. And Iran is being very nice. They're agreeing to everything that I want. And they have to. Otherwise, we just go back and do what we have to do. Thank you very much.
If Iran were agreeing to everything Trump wanted, we wouldn't have a situation where J.D. Vance flies home from Switzerland after 40-something hours with no deal. We wouldn't be seeing the public disputes over the terms. And it just doesn't reflect reality. And as we're going to talk about later in the show, I am completely opposed ideologically to these theocratic regimes like Iran. I mean, this, I know that there's people out there going, oh, some of you people on the left are rooting for Iran. Of course not. But it is a reality that this horrible theocratic regime in Iran, which I've been opposed to for as long as I've known about it, has a bunch of leverage over Trump. They have, number one, the leverage that when the 60-day negotiation period it would be over, people will be days away from starting to submit early ballots for the midterms. That would be a disastrous time for Trump to go back in if they don't do what we want. And so, unfortunately, I mean, listen, I wish it were true that Iran were doing everything that we want them to do. That would be great. It just isn't the reality of the situation. Thanks for watching. Check out this other video. And if you like our content, make sure to subscribe so YouTube puts our videos in your feed, and subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and Apple.